Life might not be too long for me. I could die today. I could have an aneurysm, a stroke, get hit by a stray bullet, get in a car accident, and it might not be long for you either. It might end up being really long. My new goal is to live past 100 years old, but like a healthy 100 where your mind functions, my body functions, and I can live a normal life, not like a vegetable 100 where you just at the nursing home all day. If that happens to me, I'd prefer to be smothered, possibly by a set of irrelevant. Right now, I'm doing nothing to achieve that goal, and I do need to like work out more and eat better, but I'll get there eventually. My point to how long we live is this. I hear so many people tell me once they get X, or that is when they're going to be really happy. That's when they'll be considered successful or truly satisfied. Once so-and-so happens, everything will be good. Once the kids are this old or out of the house, once the divorce is finalized, once I make this much money, once my business gets to this level, then I'll be satisfied, then I'll be happy. And here is why that's not going to work. Success and happiness, they're not destinations. If you have a set marker to achieve before you're successful or happy, it's never going to happen for you. It's not that you won't achieve that marker. It's just that that marker will move. Your target will move. You won't feel different when you hit it. You're just going to move the target. And that's what everyone does and what everyone says. Happiness and success, those are lifestyles. They are not destinations. It's the journey, dummy, not the X on the map. If you can't enjoy your kids until they're a certain age, then in my opinion, you're a jerk. Man up and enjoy what's in front of you. Quit focusing on what you don't like and find the things you do like. A dad ought to be an optimist, looking for the good in everything so he can lead his family better. If dad is miserable and negative, mom and the kids, they're going to follow suit. Now, if dad is upbeat and positive, they're also going to follow suit. You lead them where you want to lead them. I know where I'm going to lead mine. And I'll put money on this. If you can't be happy right now in whatever stage of life you're in, you'll never be happy, because status and possessions won't change it. If you can't be happy when you're broke, don't expect that to change when you have some cash. If you can't be happy in your current house, don't expect that to change in the next house. If you can't be happy in this job, it probably won't change with the next job. Make your happiness or lack thereof your fault, your responsibility, and the world changes big time. I've been living my freaking dream for years now. None of my dream was financial, at least not my high school dream. I've got very little to complain about. And I wrote Ryan, my wife, a letter in high school, and I wonder if we still have it. I bet she does. I wrote her a letter in high school telling her what I wanted in life. And that was kids, a marriage that didn't fall apart, a home, basically a super stable, boring, love-filled life. I also wanted to trade commodities in New York City, but seeing the year I graduated high school in 2005 and the trends of the stock market, 3 years later, I settled for dealing coffee and snacks in Florida with no complaints whatsoever. It's 2013. I've got the girl, I've got the kids, I've got the home, and I've got a bankruptcy attorney on the phone and a tiny failing business that somehow was spending more than it makes. I'm still happy. It's tough. I have insane amounts of anxiety, and I don't get anxious, but I had insane amounts of anxiety over the business and financials. But Ryan and I even talked about that. We said, worst case scenario, we're 26 years old, we go bankrupt, we lose everything, we start over at 26, smarter than I was before. We still love each other, and we still love the kids. I can always mow lawns and make some cash, but life is still good. We've just got to figure out this stupid financial screw up. The truth is, in the last 12 years, there's really only been 2 times where I felt like truly unhappy and in a dark place. And both of those times were periods in our marriage that I thought Ryan was going to bail on me. And it was hard to find happiness when I thought, I'm losing the girl that I literally do everything for. So I do get the struggle of being unhappy, being in a dark place, hell, being downright miserable. In those dark times, it feels like there's no coming out of it. But man, if you can, and you should, and I hope you do. Life on the other side of misery is really nice. That dark place, it really helps you appreciate the good times. It gives you perspective. I understand some situations are a lot tougher than others. If you can find happiness, enjoy where you are at this very moment, then you're already a winner. And as you climb the ladder of life, it just makes you appreciate where you are more and more, as opposed to chasing a constantly changing target. I don't want anyone getting the wrong idea. I still complain plenty, but my outlook is all positive. I can address the reality in the room and think everything tomorrow is going to be good and wonderful. Thanks for listening and watching. Comment below. I'm listening to those comments. Feel free to submit stories and thoughts to Townsend at townsendrussell.com. And of course, find us everywhere at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, podcasts, and our website. I'm Townsend Russell with 100% Dad and the Dad Group. We're preaching over here for dads to step up, be real men, and real leaders of their homes.